Hello all, welcome back. This is Christabel Diana from Trinity Software. In this tutorial, let us see how to create a weather application using Python, and we will also create a weather forecast report for the given city for the next 2 days. To start with, we have to sign up for Open Weather Map API. In Google search, type Open Weather Map, click the first link, we'll get this one. Create a free account and navigate to My API keys in the account. The key will be automatically generated for our account. We will need this key in order to access the weather data. Then install request module by using this command pip install request. This module is used to make HTTP request to Open Weather Map API. It helps in fetching the data with the help of the URL. And also we have to install Pillow library. This is to display the weather forecast image report. So before moving on to the code, don't forget to click subscribe button if you want more interesting project ideas and topics on Python programming. So let's start writing the code. From tkinter import star. tkinter is a built-in Python library for making a GUI application. And from tkinter we can also import message box to display the error message. Message box as MB. Then we'll also import request. From below we import image module. This is to open a PNG report in the application. And finally from datetime module import datetime class. So this is to display the time when the weather data has been collected. Okay, so let's build the layout now. So I have created a root window by using this tk function. We have set the title for the root window and configured the window by setting a background color and the width and height of the window. Now we need to create labels, entry widgets and buttons for our weather application. Okay, so here 3 labels and 1 entry widget is created. The first label is to display the title. The text in this label is weather detection and forecast. I have set the foreground and background color and the font also. And the second label is to enter the city name. And I have configured it. Then I have this entry widget so that user can enter the city name here, and a label to display the time when the data has been collected. 3 buttons used in our weather application project. First, a submit button to get the weather details. Initially I have set the command is equal to none. We are not calling any function now. Later I will write the function and call that particular function in the command keyword argument. Then we have another button for forecast for getting the weather forecast image, and reset is to clear all the contents of the entry widget so that we can get the weather details for a different city. Then I have created 6 labels to represent the temperature, pressure, humidity, wind speed, cloudiness and description, and corresponding entry widgets for all these 6 labels. Okay, and use grid method for placing the widgets and the labels at the respective position in table-like structure. And finally, we are calling this root.main loop to execute the tkinter. So the layout is ready. Execute it now. So this is our layout, weather detection and forecast. We need to write the function for these 3 buttons. Enter line, and if I press get weather, all these weather details should be displayed in this entry widgets. Weather forecast should give you the image. So now let's start writing the function for these 3 buttons. Write the function to get the weather details. So to display the weather details, I have defined a function called getWeather. Get the contents of the entry widget city input and place it in a variable called city. And I have stored the API key from the Open Weather Map here. Then URL is constructed using this f strings to access the weather data for the entered city. So the URL consists of the Open Weather Map API endpoint, then the city variable, and then the API key. After this, you can use the request module to send a HTTP GET request to the constructed URL, and the response will be stored in a variable called response. Okay. Then we have to check the status code of the response to ensure that the request was successful. So if the status code is 200, it is successful. In that case, the response data is converted into a Python dictionary using the JSON method. So response.json, data is a dictionary. From this we can get all these details. The temperature and weather description are extracted from the dictionary and displayed in our application. So you can get these details from this website, openweathermap.org/current. You will see the fields in the API response. To retrieve the weather details, you can go for weather description, and similarly wind, clouds, the time of the data calculation, etc. Okay, so the temperature, the unit is in Kelvin, that is converted to Celsius. Wind speed, the unit is in meter per second, it is converted to kilometer per hour by multiplying with 3.6. And the time at which the data is collected, unit is Unix time. So to convert from Unix time to human readable time, we use this from timestamp method of datetime class. Okay, place these things into the entry widgets. We are inserting from the 0th index position. Insert the temperature, pressure, humidity, cloudiness and description. I have used point2f formatting so that it takes only 2 points after the decimal. And this time label, I have initially set the text as empty. But whenever city's weather details are displayed, make sure that the time label shows that date and time. Okay, we'll also have an else condition here. If the city name is not a valid one, it will show an error to the user and clear the contents of the entry widget so that user can enter new city name. Okay, we'll call this here. Command is equal to get underscore weather. So let's execute it now. Enter city name. Press get weather button. Date and time is displayed and the temperature, atmospheric pressure, humidity, wind speed, cloudiness and the description are present. Okay. To check for some other city, we need to press reset and then enter the city name. So let's write the code for reset option now. So the function name is reset. Here I have cleared the contents of all the entry widgets by using the delete method. Starting from the index position 0 to end, everything will be deleted in entry widgets. And also this time label text is changed to an empty string again. Okay, we have to call this function. Command is equal to reset. Now let's execute it. Give a city name. Okay, press reset. So everything is reset. Okay, and finally we have to write the function for generating weather forecast report. So here let me define a function called getForecast. So to generate the weather forecast in image format, I have made use of WTTR, a console-oriented weather forecast service. We have generated an URL with this wttr.in.png. The weather forecast for the next 2 days can be displayed as an image, a dot format of city. So this city is the one which we have obtained here. Okay, so make it as global. Okay, so that we can access it here. And then we are getting the response by using request.getURL method and path where the PNG report can be saved. So this forecast weather.png will be in the same location where this file is located. Okay, after this we are checking the status code of the response. If it is successful, opening this particular file and write the contents of the response one in write binary mode to the file. Okay, now the PNG data has been generated. Call the image.open method to open that particular PNG file, and to display the image make use of im.show method. Okay, so before executing I have to call the function get_forecast. Get_forecast. Execute it. Retaining get weather, we got the weather and weather forecast. So that PNG file is generated and it is opened here. Report is generated for today and the next 2 days. Okay. Reset and we can enter a wrong city name, a spelling mistake or something. Get weather. We got an error message here. City not found, enter valid name. So that's it about creating a simple weather application using Python tkinter. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, kindly share and subscribe.